Hi guys, this is Jana here, welcome back. So today we're going to make the simplest and the most amazing recipe. I know I say that all the time, but it's because I make a very nice selection of food for you guys. And every time I make something, it's because I have made several before. And the one that I make here is the one that I consider the best. But without further ado, we're going to make vegan fish fillet. Yes, a basic recipe with 4 ingredients, perhaps 5, that will be up to you. And before we start the recipe, which is that easy, I'm gonna ask you to, you know what? Subscribe, of course, and hit the bell button so every time I post a new video, you get notified. And let's go to recipe. I have here oyster mushrooms. They're fresh. And this is going to be our fish because it is flaky and it kind of shreds. So it's perfect for this recipe. And we're going to add it to the food processor. It's nice if you shred them a little bit so it's easier when you blitz them. We add the second ingredient, which is, lemon. Now we're going to blitz it for a little bit, just like once, twice, maybe 3 times, just because we want to process it. We want to make it into little flakes, but we don't want it to turn into a paste. Mushrooms, they tend to have a lot of water inside, so be very careful with that. Open and then scrape the sides a little bit if you think it's necessary. Now, you guys see that you can see these tiny little flakes. That's all we want because we're going to continue processing 4 or 5 times more. And if we overdo it at the beginning, then at the end it's going to become a mushy paste, and we do not want that, so pay attention. Now the other ingredient is going to be all-purpose flour. Now a little bit of flour, so everything stick together. I will post all the measurements down below. And now the optional ingredient, which is kelp powder or nori powder, or a little bit of nori sheets. You can put it inside and you try to make it very small, and then you put it inside and you blitz it. That's optional because although we're making fish, these mushroom that I'm using, the oyster mushroom, they have this amazing fishy taste, I believe so. And because the fish that people use for frying or breading to make fish fingers, they're milder. So the kelp powder or the nori powder is not so necessary, but if you prefer it this way, just go for it. It will increase the sea flavors in it for sure. And we are good to go. Now, look at the texture. Let me remove the blade. Look at the texture. That's what we're looking for. They're not sticking to your hand, and this is amazing. Now we're going to make the fish fillets, fishless fish fillets. I'll be right back. All right, I have just moved my station here, and now we're going to make the fillets. But you can make any shape you want. I'm making sort of fillets, small fillets. You can make in nuggets. Shape you can make on a finger. Shapes, that's totally up to you. I happen to like this one better because I don't know. I just do. And oh guys, I have a very nice announcement to make. I have now some merchandise, and I have been creating, actually my husband, and he's very good at that, I don't know, some vegan t-shirts and some vegan mugs, and have a look downstairs, see if you like something, because it's really cool. I'm very happy about that. And the best thing about it's that 10% of the profit on every sale that I make, I'm going to be donating to the local animal shelter. So Amazing, isn't it? It makes me so happy. All right, so here it is, the first fillet. And now we're just going to add a little bit of flour. Guys, listen, this is the basic fish, okay? You can bread it afterwards. You can use it breaded. You can put it in the oven. But this is the basic. From here, you can create a whole lot of different dishes. And that's the intention. Next week, no, not next week, but the other week, I'm going to make a fish dish using this fish fillet. And so you have some ideas. Put it on a plate with a cling film so it doesn't stick, because we're going to put it in the freezer for 15 or 20 minutes. Ooh, no. Oh my God, it fell just a little bit. We're going to put it in the freezer for about 20 minutes so it gets a little bit more hard, because it is very delicate and soft. If we fry it this way, if we put it in a skillet this way, it's going to open, and I don't want that. So just to be on the safe side, we're going to put it in the freezer. And another one. And then you remove the excess flour by doing this very gently. And now I'm gonna wash my hands, and I'm gonna put this in the freezer for 20 minutes, and then we're gonna come back and put them on the skillet. All right, and now we're going to fry the fishless fish, and in a medium heat, okay? I don't want it too hot because it might burn the flour. And if it's too cold, the oil, the fishless fish is going to fall apart. So medium heat, okay? Do not use tongs for this recipe. You cannot use tongs. You have to use something like that. We put only 2 each time, because every time you add something cold in the hot oil, the oil tends to cool down a little bit, and then, like I said, the fishless fish, they might fall apart. We definitely don't want that. And another one. Carefully and gently. Don't drop it, just place it.
Honey, say goodbye to this honey, 'cause I've had enough of you now. Baby, say goodbye to this baby, 'cause I've had enough of you now. So long, farewell, farewell, I'll be heading out on my own. This is the end of what we had, but don't worry, baby, I don't feel bad. Honey, say goodbye to this honey, 'cause I've had enough of you now.
Here we have our very first fishless fish ready. It looks so nice, doesn't it? I have a lot of fun. I have had a lot of fun making it for you guys. Super simple to make. Kids are going to love it. And if you became a vegan and then you miss the taste of fish or that very nice fish and chips, this is the way to go, I promise you. Do yourself a favor. Make it. You are not going to regret, I promise you. And I have made a tartar sauce, a simple tartar sauce, but I have added these wasabi powder that I got from Cristina from Vegan AK. She has a website here in Spain, and she delivers vegan food, especially vegan meatless meat, vegan burgers to the islands, to the Canary Islands. So thank you, Cristina. I loved it. Check out her website down there. And also very, very important to say that this recipe is an adaptation from the Veganas. It's a very nice Brazilian YouTube channel. They are awesome, those two girls. And then I watched their recipe. I'm like, okay, so I gotta make it for my people. This is it for today, guys. I am very excited. I hope you are too. And don't forget to check my social media, be linked down below. My Patreon, if you want to know a little bit more about my work here and you want to support it, you will be very welcome. And click there. And like I said before, now I have some merch which is there, and mugs and t-shirts, and still creating and seeing what is best for the channel and for you guys. So and like I said, 10% of the profit of the value that you're paying, it's going to be reverted to local shelter, to my animal local shelter. And this is it. I hope you have an amazing week, and I see you next time. Bye bye.